Hey, what's going on, guys? Chip here. Welcome back to another Pokemon TCG online video, where today we're going to be looking at a definitely very unique deck, and that is going to be centered around the Naganadel and Guzzlord Tag Team GX to come out of the most recent set, Cosmic Eclipse. This is something I have wanted to take a look at ever since the set came out. Just now kind of got around to it this week, streamed with this deck a lot last night, and I was actually pretty pleasantly surprised with how well the deck was performing. And the idea here is going to be that we're going to get Beast Rings as quickly as possible and accelerate to the Naganadel Guzzlord to start swinging for 180 as quickly as possible and just go from there. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into things and take a look at this deck, starting off with Naganadel and Guzzlord-GX. Yeah, and like I said, it is an Ultra Beast. You're going to be able to Beast Ring onto it, and Jet Pierce does do 180 damage for 3 energy, so pretty efficient, not too bad. Also has a pretty solid ability here, Violent Appetite. Once during your turn before you attack, you may discard a Pokemon from your hand. If you do, heal 60 damage from this Pokemon. And then also Chaotic Order GX, really such a good GX attack. For one colorless, turn all of your prize cards face up. Now, that's like not that good, right? But then, if you read this additional effect, if this Pokemon has at least 1 extra Psychic Energy and 1 extra Dark Energy attached to it, in addition to this attack's cost, take 2 prize cards. So here is going to be the idea of the deck. Turn 1, we're going to use a couple of Mismagius here with Mysterious Message to knock these out, to activate Beast Rings as quickly as possible so that we can get that energy acceleration on to Naganadel Guzzlord. And then we're going to use Beast Bringer here, a pretty little used tool from the Unbroken Bonds expansion. If you have exactly 6 prize cards remaining, and if your opponent's active Pokemon GX or Pokemon EX is knocked out by damage from an attack of the Ultra Beast this card is attached to, take 1 more prize card. So you can actually really set up a pretty unique checkmate scenario where Jet Pierce with a Beast Bringer attached is able to take a knockout on a tag team. We take 4 prizes, and then we have 2 Naganadel Guzzlords set up, each with 3 energies on them, so that we can on the next turn take our winning prizes with Chaotic Order GX. And that is going to be the idea here. And yeah, it's actually been working out very, very well for me. We've got the 1 Marshadow to get rid of power plants. We've got Ultra Forest Kartenvoy, which may seem like a very odd card to include, but this gives us a way to hit into Keldeo GX. We've got the Weakness Guard energy for that Guardian matchup. A couple of Great Catchers in order to gust some stuff up. Tag Call works extremely well with this deck, being able to search out these tag teams as well as the tag team supporters, which we are playing the 4 copies of Cynthia and Caitlin, as well as 1 copy of Guzma Hala, since this can search us the the 1 of Chaotic Swell if we need it. And also gets us the Weak Guard energy or Beast energy out, and can find us the Beast Bringer as well. So yeah, there's the deck. Like I said, I streamed it for a couple of hours last night, and it actually worked out very well for me. We won a pretty good amount of our games that we played over the course of the stream. Made a lot of changes to the deck. This is what we ended up on. I'm still not completely convinced on these 60 cards. I think I would make some changes potentially moving forward, or I'm definitely willing to be making changes as I feel like cards are necessary or not necessary, and as I feel like certain cards are better and stuff like that. So yeah, let's go ahead and hop in and see if we can't get a win here in the first game. We are going to be going first, which is pretty nice. We're just going to start, I guess we should have just started this, but it doesn't really matter because once we knock this guy out, we do get to promote the Naganadel Guzzlord. And we get to take at least 1 mulligan here. And it looks like we are going to be starting off against a Mewtwo deck. Now, Mewtwo could be a little troublesome since they are one of the things that can take a turn 2 knockout on a Naganadel Guzzlord for 300 damage with the Flare Blitz GX from the Hidden Fates Charizard. But there's a chance they don't get to that, and since we are going first, we can still potentially get off the first attack onto a tag team doing 180, so we can set it up to be knocked out later on. So we will draw a card, of course. We do get a Beast Ring in our hand, so that could be very good. We have another Mysterious Treasure here. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to treasure away a treasure. Just go get another Naganadel Guzzlord to get that guy out. I guess we could put Marshadow down to bump a potential stadium to decrease their odds of hitting what they need later on. We only prized 1 Dark Energy, which is nice. Yeah, I think we just take this guy for now. And let's see if we can hit on the Order Pad. Get a heads. No such luck. That's okay. Those things happen. And let's see what we get here with the Bill's analysis. We do find ourselves a Dusk Stone as well as a Beast Bringer. We could take the other Beast Ring, but I want to draw as many cards as possible here. So we're going to put down this Misdreavus. We're going to Dusk Stone the active one into a Mismagius. And I think we are just going to discard this Mismagius in our hand with the Violent Appetite because I want to draw as many cards as possible here. And if we get into another thing, we could, you know, pop this, which would be good. We did not get into another Dusk Stone, so we will not get the turn 1 Beast Rings, unfortunately. So I think we do just send this one up, and we're just going to attach. We'll go ahead and reset stamp. We do play 3 of them. We're going to put them to 5 on the opening turn, which is pretty good. Limits their options a bit, and we'll pass it over to them and see what they have going on. We, of course, have the chance to bills into the other Dusk Stone this coming turn, which is really all we need to get moving. So they're going to get rid of a reset stamp to start with. Oh, and here comes a Great Catcher. Maybe just they discarded a Dedenne, so I assume we are going to see a Dedenne change. Yep. So just playing out their hand, and I guess there's really not a reason to not just like gust this guy up. It's a little farther away from attacking, of course, so makes sense. Alright, there is a Giant Hearth, and we see them discarding the Jirachi GX. And I think ideally off this Bill's analysis here, we'll find a Dusk Stone, and then also, well, maybe not a Great Catcher because he brought this guy up for us to just hit. Oh, and they are going to Clear Vision GX, which makes things a bit more awkward for us for sure. So that is not a play I was anticipating, but definitely isn't affected by any effects. Okay, so that doesn't matter. We might need Ultra Force Kartenvoy to hit through Tag Purge, though, so that is something to keep around and consider. And, oh wait, we should take this over the Order Pad. Yeah, because we can just Mysterious Treasure for the little guy, the Mismagius, and go from there. We will have to reset stamp, or sorry, we will have to, I think we just get rid of the Tag Call. We will have to double Beast Ring to this active, potentially if we don't draw an energy here with this. I really don't want to Violent Appetite this away. I think we are going to potentially need some healing, so we're only going to be drawing 2 cards here. That's fine. And we will Beast Ring 1 of each to the active. And then we'll just Beast Ring again. I guess just 1 Psychic to the active. So we never get to use that. We will never get to use the Chaotic Order, unfortunately, but we still can take 4 prizes on a Mewtwo and Mew with the Beast Bringer, potentially, if we get the other one out of the deck, or we are able to get this guy active by, I guess, hard retreating would be our only way to do that. We don't have that many energy in the deck. I had Mallows and Lana in here at first. They are something I've taken out. They're definitely something I think I would think about putting back in moving forward. So they're kind of flying through their deck there, discarding a bunch more stuff. They, luckily, I don't believe have a way to take a 1-hit knockout on us anymore. So I think we're going to likely see a Tag Purge here. Maybe would have been good to keep the Ultra Force Kartenvoy around for that reason. Just put it in our hand last turn instead of the Tag Call. But then I think they would play around it, like knowing we had it. Ooh, Magcargo GX. That is something that can take a one-hit knockout on us. Not quite yet, though. Because I believe they can only hit us for 250 right here. And if they do that, we will take a knockout on this active. They are going to just choose to Tag Purge. Hold off for now, which makes sense. Alright, so we need the Ultra Force Kartenvoy. We don't have it yet. We can heal this guy, but he still knocks us out. It does mean he needs more energy in play, though. And then it is unlikely he'll be able to knock this guy out, I think. So let's just start with the Order Pad. I think we Cynthia and Caitlin away the Order Pad, actually. Or we could get rid of one of these Pokemon. We only need like one more Pokemon to heal with this one, and then like this one, it's like we're going to end the game on the following turn. So we'll get the bills back in our hand. Yeah. This makes sense, I think. Okay, this is actually pretty good. We can pop their Stadium, put Chaotic Swell in play to limit their options. We are going to go ahead and use Violent Appetite. I'm hoping here we can draw into a Beast Ring. Nice. 2 hit heads, and we will Beast Ring. We wanted to either attach an energy or Beast Ring, or get Beast Ring off of our draw that turn. So now things are looking pretty okay, I think, here. We're just going to be... Oh, wait, of course, he is immune. So, but this is okay because we're still going to be able to knock this one out with this one. Yeah, so we still can knock this out with the Naganadel Guzzlord. And then we can knock this out, take 4 prizes, and then Great Catcher a Dedenne for game. Unless he sets this guy up fully, which he was able to do. So I think it might come down to our stamp to 1. Does it limit him enough to not being able to knock out our active with Magcargo? Is really what it's going to come down to. Yeah, he does have to Lava Flow to get the knockout, so it's not going to be protected by Tag Purge. We will get off the Reset Stamp to 1. And then from there, we'll just have to see where it goes. This is one of those instances where maybe it would be nice if we still had the Mallow and Lanas. Maybe could have done something a little differently that turn. Maybe also should have kept the Ultra Force Kartenvoy, which is not something I really had thought about, unfortunately. Alright. So we still have definitely a very, very realistic win condition. The game is certainly not over yet. Guzma Hala. Yeah, I don't think that Guzma Hala is ever really going to matter at this point. We'll just take the Cynthia and Caitlin in case we want to use that. And we will Reset Stamp them to 1. We're definitely doing that. And I think we're just going to go for the Bills analysis here. Look for that Kartenvoy for the next turn. There's that we potentially need for the next turn. And I guess Great Catcher is the other piece of the puzzle. We already do have one in hand, of course, but we'll just go ahead and get it in hand. So here we go for prizes. And now it's all it's going to come down to is, are they able to draw out of our Reset Stamp to 1? That's really what it comes down to. Otherwise, we do have game next turn by custom catching Dedenne. They need to find a Welder and 2 Fires in order to win. They, of course, can Tag Purge, but we can just Great Catcher around that. And they do hit the Cherish Ball, so that can get them Dedenne. If they do play 4, they have already discarded 1, and they do play the 4 Dedenne, as they should be. So, now they need... They are down several Fire, 5, 6, 7... So they need 2 more energies still to get the full... need 2 more energies to get the full Lava Flow KO. There's the Resetting Hole Marshadow, so that can get them the Fire Stadium in play. So the Chaotic Swell not ending up mattering too much. And they are just going to Tag Purge, which means we do indeed have the game. There we go. I don't even know why I was thinking about the Ultra Forest too much. We didn't even need it. we can just bring up Dedenne GX here. We'll give them the well played. And Jet Pierce for the KO. Very nice. So definitely a more interesting game, and didn't quite go according to plan, but we were still able to squeak it out against one of the powerhouse decks of the format in Mewtwo and Mew Tag Team. The Mew Box deck, the Mew 3 deck, however you want to call it. And yeah, we were able to take it down. So a Psychic Water Dark colorless deck. That is a lot of types in one. So who knows what is going on here. We got a Keldeo deck box, so maybe some sort of Keldeo GX deck. Oh, I bet it's Nagquag. What is the dark Pokemon, though? I would bet it could be Nagquag. It's going to be Pidgey. Alright, I guess that would have been a pretty good guess as well. So, though it is not fun... Oh, that was a really bad discard for them as well. Them hitting the tag call is very, very unfortunate. But this is a matchup I think is actually, like, okay for us. We do flip heads there, which is good. So we're just going to tag call. I think we'll just go get Naganadel Guzzlord and a Cynthia Caitlin. Try to draw some cards that way. But yeah, I do think this is a matchup that should be pretty good for us. We can just put the one Naganadel Guzzlord in play. We can use all four Misdreavus potentially to draw cards, so they never hand lock us. Ultra Forest, I think, is not going to be something that matters. So we'll just draw some cards this way. We get a Dusk Stone. Actually, if we could turn one, stamp them to 4 and Beast Ring, that would be very, very good. Turn 1, stamp to 4 and Beast Ring and knockout something. Do flip tails there, so we don't have it quite yet. I think we will go for it, though. Just see if we can get that turn 1 KO. With a reset stamp as well would be awesome. There is a Dusk Stone, so that is a good start. We did draw one of our energies at least, which is not the best. So let's do Dusk Stone. Let's get this guy out. I should have checked my energy types in deck. That was a mistake. We don't need too many energies. Like, we can get rid of some. Oh, we need to not draw Dark Energy as well off of this. So we're looking for not drawing a Dark Energy and drawing a Reset Stamp. That is what we're looking for here. We did not draw a Dark Energy. We did not, however, draw the Reset Stamp, unfortunately. But we do still get the knockout here on the first turn, which is pretty nice. And I think there's no reason not to just Jet Pierce to start with. Take a knockout on the Pidgey. That's one less draw card they potentially have next turn. And let's see what we get. It is a Dark Energy. Nice. So they are playing Crushing Hammers still, which is definitely not the best for our deck. Excuse me. Some people have been cutting Crushing Hammers from their Pidgey lists, and that definitely makes a big difference in this matchup, if they have it or not. I have to assume with such a large hand, they're going to have Elms, but actually looks like they do not, and we just, with the aggression of Jet Pierce, take another quick one against the dreaded Pidgeotto. You know what? We'll take it. We'll take it. So let's hop back in, grab another game, and keep a streak rolling here. Nice little 2-game win streak. I'll take it. I'll take it. All right. I see you, Naganadel Guzzlord. Guys, go buy your Naganadel Guzzlords now. Price is spiking. Deck is broken. And Marco Polo BPA, looks like they are going to be playing an ADP deck. BPA playing ADP. So this one will be interesting to see how this goes. They obviously have Keldeo GX. We have the Kartenvoy to hit through it if need be. We might be able to just kind of snipe around it. They, of course, do get the extra prize for knocking out a Naganadel Guzzlord. So that is something, that is one of the reasons I think that I initially had the Mallow and Lanas in here was to get that extra healing against ADP so that they cannot 2-hit KO a Naganadel Guzzlord and then take that extra prize. So actually playing Unit Energy as well in their deck. Alright, so what lightning type could they be playing? Lightning or psychic type? We're going first, so we'll throw that guy down. Why would they be playing Unit Energies? I'm curious. Definitely want to see what they've got going on. So yeah, I think like after this video even, I'm probably going to make some adjustments to the list. Probably cut the Chaotic Swell, maybe cut the Marshadow as well, just for a couple of Mallow and Lanas. Because I think just having that utility option of getting the extra healing is really good. They're going to go ahead and get Jirachi, Stellar Wish, and they find their own Chaotic Swell, which is fine with me. I just assume that's probably their only real stadium in the deck. And Cynthia and Caitlin will draw them a couple cards. Let's see what they get rid of. Looks like it's going to be a second Arceus Dialga Palkia. And we could get a turn 1, you know, hit on this guy, which would be huge. So big. If we could do it. And I think we definitely can. So let's see here. Treasure away Guzma Hala for another Misdreavus. Put it down, bench this, attach the Mysterious Message, then we can see what we kind of get on the other end. Bill's Analysis was not something I originally played in the deck, but I am so glad I put it in. It gives you so much more reach to be able to get into those Dusk Stones on the first turn. We just draw into another one, and the Beast Bringer, just about all we could want here, actually. A draw of a Reset Stamp would be nice, and we hopefully can get that. Turn 1 red card is basically what we've got going on. Turns out red card is a good card. So we'll attach this here. We can treasure away the Order Pad for another Naganadel Guzzlord, which is, I think, something we want to get down this turn anyway. But Order Pad could find us, you know, another Beast Ring. It could find us the Reset Stamp if we flip heads. So I think the benefit of hanging on to the Order Pad is potentially worth it. Yeah. It's 2 more cards we draw, so it's the difference between drawing 4 and drawing 2. I think just drawing 2 is probably okay since we do have the bills in hand that can get us a little deeper. And we can hopefully find a... Man, we have to discard 2 cards from our hand as well. So we'll start with the Beast Ring. 1 of each. I really want to find a Reset Stamp. Let's start with the Bill's Analysis first. We have to Great Catcher 2 cards as well, so I'm thinking like Weakness Guard, Energy, plus Treasure potentially. Let's see what we get with Bills first, so then we can see what we might need to. Order Pad 4, we do get the Reset Stamp. We've got the Tag Call as well. So I think if we could just get a Beast Ring now, that would be pretty good. Just getting Beast Ring with the Order Pad. And we're going to Great Catcher away Treasure. I guess we have to get rid of the Order Pad. We could get rid of the Weak Guard Energy. Getting the other Beast Ring here would be pretty nice. I guess we could get rid of the Beast Bringer because it's unlikely that we lose this. And we could also just save the Order Pad to try to find a second Great Catcher next turn if he does run away again. We know we're definitely going to play Great Catcher. We're definitely discarding Treasure. And I think the other discard is the Beast Bringer. I think that is what we discard. And we do flip heads, and I think we get Beast Ring with this. He could play customs, so we are going to pop the Marshadow here so that he doesn't, you know, bring it up somehow or something like that. I guess he could Great Catcher this, so that would be pretty awkward since we did get rid of the other Beast Bringer. So, I don't know. I think we maybe could have held on to that. We maybe should have just held the Great Catcher, or the Order Pad, and maybe should have just kept this in hand. He does hit the switch, so now it's gonna kind of be like we need to hit our other Great Catcher. I'm pretty sure what the case is gonna be here. And this is kind of the scenario we were talking about, where we just knock out... Ooh, he switched. So he could retreat, Mallow and Lana... Oh, wait, no, he already played Cynthia, so he can't Mallow and Lana this turn, but he can heal this a good amount next turn, which is something we do need to consider and be a little worried about. And yeah, all we need to do... We don't even need to really worry about the Keldeo. We just knock this out if we hit the Great Catcher here. We do have 3 Order Pads left in the deck, plus the 1 Great Catcher. I did not check my counts, though, so there is a chance that our other Great Catcher could be prized, which would be definitely a pain. Alright, let's see what we top deck. It is a Stamp. We do have another one in the deck, so it's kind of a painful discard, but it is, I think, what we have to do. Let's take the Bill's Analysis. And we did not draw into the catcher. So I think what we are going to do here is just pass, because knocking this out does not allow us to, you know, get a knockout on this next turn, potentially. He did not use Stellar Wish before switch. So I don't know about that. If he's going to Mallow and Lana this, what he should have done is he should have Stellar Wished, then he should have switched into this. Or no, then he should have switched into this, then Mallowed and Lana'd into this. And he just kind of... He missed out on a Stellar Wish, I'm pretty sure. So maybe a slight mistake. We do not knock this out anymore without... Even with the Beast Energy, we don't knock it out in one hit, at least. But we can take things kind of slow here, wait until he sends something up. We are not being pressured to do anything, and... Well, so I guess... Great Catcher plus Kartenvoy lets us knock this out, then we knock out a Jirachi, then we take our prizes with Chaotic Order, so that kind of works. Alright, we got the Kartenvoy. And I guess just Tag Call is the other thing we take here. So I'm a little torn on what to do. Maybe I should just tell the Tag Call in case of a Stamp. We do have the other Great Catcher. We do have 2 Order Pads as well. Because we're not one-hit KOing this anymore, obviously. Or we're not knocking this out anymore with a Great Catcher. So if we just take this knockout, we go to 5. Then he sends, you know, whatever up. This, GXs, we can hit it. He can't knock us out still. Yeah, I think we just start taking prizes and don't even care about the Beast Bringer anymore. Yeah. Because even if we do knock this out... it's going to be a 2-hit KO regardless, and then we still are in the same position, basically. We didn't get the extra prize, we just got the prize on the Jirachi. So maybe we should have just honestly done it last turn, but, you know, it is what it is. If we do flip heads on Order Pad here, we could Kartenvoy plus Great Catcher bring up this Keldeo to knock it out. He does, of course, respond there with the Reset Stamp. So not going to be a factor really anymore. But they, yeah, we'll just have to see what else is going on, what else is happening. There is a switch. Looks like they're just going to attach to Keldeo. And pass. They do need one more water to get the full effect of Altered Creation. They could just Altered Creation and only get plus 30 damage the rest of the game, but that doesn't seem great. Oh, and that is what they're gonna do. I do not know about that play. I do not know about that play, because now they still have to get through 2 Naganadel Guzzlords, which I don't think they're ever going to be able to do realistically. Let's Cynthia and Caitlin get rid of the Beast Ring, get back the Bill's Analysis, because that definitely could be good still. And we will just Jet Pierce. I think that is our best option. We can custom this next turn to knock it out. Even if he does heal it with Mallow and Lana, we will still be able to reach for the KO. Yep, and they are going to go for that heal with Mallow and Lana. Assuming they do have the other one in the deck. Looks like they do indeed. Here comes a switch, actually, so not opting to heal with Mallow and Lana, I guess. They are going to hit us with the Reset Stamp once again. Back-to-back turns, pretty painful. I thought about, should have just treasured away this Mysterious the Dusk Stone so we didn't draw it. We do get the Kartenvoy, so we can hit through the Keldeo. But what I really wanted to do was gust this up. We don't get that. So let's Violent Appetite. Let's get rid of this guy. And we'll hit him with the Kartenvoy. And we'll just Jet Pierce for the knockout. Love that use of this kind of unique supporter card coming in clutch, and our opponent is just going to scoop. We take down the mighty ADP, proving that Naganadel Guzzlord is the better Dragon-type tag team from the set. Naganadel Guzzlord, best Dragon-type tag team from the set? We know it's not Reshiram and Zekrom. Definitely not that. And ADP has been the front runner. Is it Naganadel Guzzlord? This deck has been working out pretty well for me so far. I'm not going to lie, guys. It seems way better than I initially gave it credit for. And we'll see how it does here in this matchup. Looks like we are going to be going against a Reshiram deck. And we do lose the flip, which means we could get a potential turn 1 attack off. Not with this hand, since we don't have a basic, though. So, off of our next hand, we'll have to see if a turn 1 attack is doable. And we did start the absolute worst starter in the deck, and we could lose the game now because of this. This is another reason why I think I just want to take this guy out, because we want to start literally anything that's not this card. And they get so many extra cards to start the game. That is definitely a shame. Our hand is definitely not very powerful at this point. And this could be where the road ends for Naganadel Guzzlord. It was a good run, boys. Oh, but he just has to go get Dedenne. Is he just going to ditch the hand? There's a Giant Hearth. Oh my gosh. That massive hand, and they just have to ditch it with Dedenne. Oh my goodness. 7 fire energies. What was that? They just discarded 7 fire energies on the first turn of the game. I do not know what to say. That was definitely unfortunate for our opponent. Not what they wanted to do. And pressure is going to be on here. We need to find a basic Pokemon. Otherwise, it could be tough. And this, so it does look like our opponent is just playing like an Ability Zard deck. So I will say this definitely feels like something that can be a bad matchup. Anything that can one-hit KO 2 Naganadel Guzzlords is just kind of tough. And that's what this deck does that we're playing against here. So let's put the Swell in play. Really not a good hand once again. We'll just attach here. We could Great Catcher the Dedenne to try to slow them down. But I think we're just going to attach here so that we can retreat it next turn if they don't knock us out. I guess we could have just attached here and not really worried about it or thought about it. Hey, Pepper, what's wrong? What's wrong? She just wants a little attention. She always comes, like, under my desk and puts her head right in my lap. So, oh man, if they didn't get Ninetales down, so that is a good sign. They are not going to be gusting our Naganadel Guzzlord and getting a knockout on it. But they do get an energy here, so they are going to be knocking it out next turn. We surprisingly enough can still win here, but we need to draw pretty well off of this Cynthia and Caitlin. We're going to discard the Ultra Forest. We need to draw into a Mismagius. Okay, that is a start. We're only ever going to be able to use the one Mismagius this game. So let's do this. Let's Violent Appetite. Get rid of that. And so we need to draw into Beast Ring and another Naganadel Guzzlord. And the tool as well off of the Mysterious Message. The Beast Bringer. Alright, so that is not it yet. Can we win? We have to go get Tag Call. I don't think we can win. We get Tag Call to get down another Naganadel Guzzlord. They could whiff a Fire Energy, I guess. There's 5 on the active, 7 in the discard. I guess that's what we have to play to. Okay, and we do flip heads. That was the first step, was actually flipping heads there. So let's Tag Call. Go get that, and just a Cynthia and Caitlin, I think, is going to be it. We could also just gust and knock out the Dedenne GX. I don't think that's going to do it for us, though. I think we have to stamp and get lucky. Gusting Dedenne, I don't think, is ever going to do anything for us. And if they do get just one Fire Energy, they will be able to win the game. But there is a chance they whiff, however unlikely. This deck does traditionally play a ton of Fire Energies, and if they don't play the full, like, 18, if they're playing, like, the 12 or 13 Fire Energy version, they're probably playing a very heavy count of Fire Crystal. But could we have just stuck them with a brick? Nope, that is not the case. And I don't think we can close it out now. Okay. Great Catcher Dedenne, Reset Stamp to 1. Hope they dead draw for a couple turns, and then Great Catcher knock this out with the Beast Bringer. I guess it's not over. However slim the win condition, we can play to it. Yeah, we just start with Bill's analysis here. Beast Bringer, Order Pad. Oh no, we need stamp. 100% stamp. Yeah. Yep. 100% needs stamp, so we'll play that. Attach this. Great Catcher. We can't get rid. We have to have the Beast Bringer. We have the other one in deck, though, we know. Yeah, we can get rid of a Psychic. We need the attachment next turn, though, is the thing. We might have to discard the Beast Bringer with Cynthia and Caitlin next turn, depending on what we top deck. And if they get a Fire Energy here, yeah, or a way to retreat, being the escape board, I think we just lose. And that does appear to be the case in this instance. So, a bit unfortunate of a start. I think starting the Marshadow was obviously very bad for us. Reset Stamping to 1 is not going to do anything. At this point, they do already just have the 1 card. We'll see what we draw, I guess. They can't Flare Strike again, but they just Outrage. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, we're just going to scoop. I guess we'll just Chaotic Order just to see what our prizes were, because why not? Yeah, we did prize the 2 Nag Guzz. Doesn't help either. 2 treasures and an Order Pad. And they're just going to take the knockout for the win. So, yeah, GG's to our opponents in this one. And unfortunately couldn't win every game in the video, but had a pretty good showing regardless, I feel like. And I do feel like there is definitely still room for improvement with the list. So let me know what you guys think. What could we do to make it better? Please let me know down in the comments below. And give the deck a try. I definitely had kind of written this guy off at the start. I thought it was an interesting card, but I just never really took the time. And then finally, when I sat down and built something with it, it was actually pretty solid. So give it a try yourself. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks, as always, for all the support. Be sure to follow me as well over on the Twitch channel, where I live streamed this deck initially, twitch.tv/trainerchip. Give me a follow over there so you can get a look at these decks whenever I'm trying them out live for the first time. So thank you guys so much for watching. That is going to do it for me. I'm going to get out of here, and until next time, take care.